But in this time, y'all, I trusted God. I felt like the whole 30 years that I have been living, not counting me as a, newborn baby, but this was the most time that I really talked to God and prayed to him. Like every day I woke up and I prayed to him. God, spare my life. I have a purpose. I have a calling. I know that you have your plans for me is to prosper, to live a long life. Like, this is not the end for me. And I felt like going through this brought me closer to God. And I even told God this, me having COVID-19, I felt like brought me closer to God because I spent time with him every day. And I know people are like, well, of course you're going to pray to God because you don't want to die. You don't want nothing to happen to you. So that's the only person that you're going to talk to. But no, that's not the case. It's on a very personal, spiritual level with the Father. And I say that because even in everything that I was going through and me finding out that I had it and all of this, God was still with me. He was still with me because God knows our beginning to our end. He don't know just the beginning and not the middle and not the end, or just the end and not the beginning. He says in his words, and I'm going to try to leave everything so y'all can be able to look it up yourself and read for yourself, that God knows our beginning to our end. So he knew exactly that on this day Tara was going to test positive. She was going to lose her smell. He knows everything. He knew all of this stuff was going to happen. So in that time, and I just trusted him. And God said that you can have as faith as small as a mustard seed. And a mustard seed, I seen a mustard seed for the very first time probably like 4 or 5 years ago, and it's so small. But God said that you can have as much faith as small as a mustard seed, and you can tell that mountain to fall, and that mountain will fall. So just that much. And I felt like when I was going through, my symptoms and just feeling like so lazy, and y'all don't understand, like my mind was just like, I'm like, God, I got too much to do on earth. Like, spare my life, God. I please, God, like, I'm calling on him every day. Like, every day I felt like God was probably like, oh, her again, but he's not like that because he loves us. He wants us to call out to him. And I was like, I know I'm getting on God's nerves, but God, please hear me. And and I'm sorry I keep on saying, and you guys, it's kind of hard coming on here actually, talking to y'all about this, because like now I have to relive it, but I don't have to physically relive it. I'm telling my story. I'm telling my story to help someone, to for you to not lose hope in your situation, and know that God is with you. He's with you in it all. And just to say, just to go to God being with you in the situation that you're in, or when he was with me, it brought me back to Daniel. And I just want to go ahead and take y'all to Daniel right now. We're going to go to Daniel chapter 6. Please read all of chapter 6. I'm not going to read it all on camera because I know I'm probably like at 17 minutes right now. But we're going to go to Daniel chapter 6, verse 19, 20, 21, 22, and then we're going to skip down to 27. Now, I do have my Bible right here, so I'm going to just read a little of it with you. Daniel chapter 6, verse 19. The next morning, King Darius got up at dawn. He hurried to the lion's den. As he came near the den, he was worried. He called out to Daniel. He said, Daniel, servant of the living God, has your God that you always worship been able to save you from the lions? Daniel answered, my king lives forever. My God sent his angels to close the lion's mouth. They have not hurt me, because my God know I am innocent. I never did anything wrong to you, my king. And then if you scroll down to 23 and then 24, it says, this was because Daniel had trusted in his God. This is because Daniel he trusted in his God. And then if you flip over to the second page, 27 says, God rescues and saves people. God does mighty miracles in heaven and on earth. God saved Daniel from the power of the lions. And so basically, if you read all of Daniel, basically Daniel was thrown into the lion's den. He was thrown into the lion's den, where God of Abraham, God of Isaac, and God of Jacob closed the mouth of the lions. Close the mouth of the lion. Close the mouth of the lions that was in the den with Daniel, so they would not destroy or eat up Daniel. And I felt like this story touched me in so many areas. I felt like God brought this story to me and, to life, because even though that I was dealing with COVID-19 and I was facing all these, symptoms that I have never experienced, I was feeling lazy. I felt like all hope was gone. God was telling me, just like Daniel, he was with me the whole time. I didn't have to go through that by myself, because God was literally sitting right there with me. He wasn't going to allow COVID to take over me. He wasn't going to allow the teeth from, me being tired, take me out. He wasn't going to do that. God was with me the whole time. And that's so amazing about Jesus Christ, that he was with me the whole time. God will, if God allow us to go through something, it's this meme that says, and I wish I had it. It's this meme, and if I do, I'm gonna post it. But if I don't, it says, sometimes God allows a storm, but he can also calm the storm if he wants to, because he's God. But then it also says, in this meme that I saw, it also says that sometimes God calms you while you're in the storm. And I felt like that's exactly what I was going through. Even though I was in this situation that felt unbearable and I just couldn't go on and I had no hope, God was like, I'm going to calm you through it. And he did something so, I can't even justify the feeling, but knowing that even though I wasn't alone. And that's what I want to let y'all know, that no matter what you're going through, whether it's COVID-19 or if you're battling cancer or whatever it is, you are not alone. You are never alone, because God is there. God is there. He's shutting whatever it is in your life. He's closing the mouth of that thing or of that person, so they won't touch you, so they won't say nothing about you, so it won't destroy you.